And now, a special edition of the Toddcast podcast.
Imagine having a superpower. I mean, how cool would that be, regardless of which one it was? If you could pick one power, which power would you want to have? Personally, it's all about teleportation. Think of a place and poof, you're there with whatever you could hold on your person. It's that or maybe time travel. Really, maybe time travel would be the ultimate. This is a topic that I've thought about a lot over the years, having collected comic books heavily as a little kid. X-Men and Daredevil, Batman, The Watchmen, The Punisher, Avengers, Justice League. Something about that world, getting sucked in and reading about these epic adventures. Someone who shot laser beams from their eyes or transforms to a hulking metal beast, reads minds, flies at the speed of a bullet, controls the weather. And that's what this week is all about. You'll hear from 12 past guests and the powers that they would want to have. We'll get to a handful of our musical guests in just a minute. Coming up shortly in Stop Me If You've Heard This Before, retired NHL defenseman Brent Sopel talking about winning Lord Stanley's Cup and why it is the hardest trophy in sport to win. That is powered by Puff. Did you know that you can get 20% off regularly priced cannabis accessories and apparel with the code TODCAST in store and online at puff.ca? Puff, pass that code along. If we wanted to stick around, well, we got to use the code. First, let's get to some thoughts on superpowers from our musical guests, all of whom are brought to you by Pineapple Sound, a recording and mixing studio in Langley since 2013. Beyond bands and anything musical, of course, they welcome podcasts, voiceover actors, and more. In fact, you can even rent out the entire studio. Talk to Dave about that if that interests you through pineapplesound.com. Bad Cop is an all-girl punk band from California. 4 EPs, 3 full-length albums, and their singer Jenny Cotterill shared the power that she would want to have.
Ooh, shit.
Right? Too many.
I don't know. It might be nice to get somebody to calm down. You know what I mean? Get in there and be like, let's think clearly. Maybe, empathy. Really,
that might be
right
the
now?
Power of empathy or something like
Right?
that.
Just give it to someone.
Totally. Just chill. Fucking have a Snickers, all right? And just chill out.
Yeah, have a Snickers.
Snickers, chill, everything.
Yeah.
Ah, yes, the power of getting someone to calm down. That would be a good one to have for a girlfriend back in grade 11. You'll better know Christopher Joseph Ward as CJ Ramone, bassist, backing, and sometimes lead vocalist of the Ramones from 1989 through 1996.
Flying, absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, how could you get
I
away
would
from
love
that?
to be able to fly.
Yeah, yeah, totally.
Flying is the big one for me. Everything else, everything else is cool. It'd be cool to be super strong like the Hulk or, invisible or, any other superpowers are just that, superpowers. Mm-hmm. But flying to me was always the coolest.
Really, though, it's kind of hard to argue. Flying is almost like the classic superpower. As we move along to Kelly Dowdle. Now, she's an actress that you'll recognize from starring in Billions, American Crime Story, Lucifer. She was in Scandal Made Famous, Big Mama's House 2. She's now making music as well under the name Kelly Monroe.
I mean, this sounds so cheesy, but I'm just going to say it because it really is my answer. If I could heal somebody, physically heal somebody, Jesus vibes, just or make somebody not worry. I think because those are the two things that I, have a hard time with is not worrying so much. I've had to really work on that. So if I could alleviate that for somebody else, I think it would be the coolest superpower ever.
So not a cheesy superpower. Imagine being able to heal people. Amazing, right? Steel Panther. Here's a band that's in the process of mixing a new album next month. They're, of course, from Hollywood, Sunset Strip, to worldwide superstars at this point. We're talking numerous awards, Loudwire, Metal Hammer, #1 album on Billboard's comedy album chart. Listen to the superpower that their drummer Sticks It In Ya would want.
Oh,
Man, if I could have a superpower, it would probably be invisibility at will.
Yeah, that says a lot too. What would you want to use it for?
Well, look, I don't want to say exactly what I would use it for, except for I would use it to go into federally insured banks and take money out of the vault.
I wouldn't want to say exactly what I would do, but I'd probably steal.
But something like that, similar.
Right.
But you know,
wouldn't that be awesome? Wouldn't that be awesome, dude?
It would be awesome because all you have to do is hang tight until the armored the armored car opens.
Right.
Sneak right in. I mean, you would not have to worry about money at all, and you would be the world's best spy.
Mm-hmm. No doubt.
And so there's that.
No doubt.
You know, so you could you could travel all over the world. They'd fly you because nobody would know who you were, and you go invisible, listen to some secrets from some, crazy, enemy, and then all of a sudden you come back with all the intel, and we're ahead of the game.
Sitting in the cockpit.
In it.
In it.
Dude.
They lock the door, you're in the fucking cockpit.
You're fucking in it, dude. Oh, man, you can just do so much shit if you could be invisible.
Yeah.
I would like to say fly, but
no.
It'd be too hard to I mean, how do you make money by just flying?
Musical guests of the Toddcast podcast are powered by Pineapple Sound, providing recording and mixing services for a wide range of artists and genres since 2013. Check them out at pineapplesound.com. Vodka Soda powers the Toddcast podcast. Sugar and sweetener free with just 100 calories and 0 carbs per serving. Visit them online at nudebeverages.com. And now, stop me if you've heard this before on the Toddcast podcast.
If you watch NHL hockey and you cheer on the Vancouver Canucks, you'll know retired defenseman Brent Sopel. He was drafted to the team in 1995, played with them till the mid-2000s, then traded to the Islanders in 2005, then back to the Canucks for the 06 season. Then it was off to the Blackhawks, where he would win the Stanley Cup in 2010. He played for the Kings as well, the Thrashers, the Canadiens. And since retiring, he created the Brent Sopel Foundation, which promotes and raises money for youth with dyslexia. And when Brent was a guest, he talked about growing up in Saskatchewan and having outdoor rinks. He opened up and talked about being diagnosed with dyslexia. We talked about Metallica, The Hip, Rage Against the Machine. Realizing Potential came up. So did the Bertuzzi, Naslin, Morrison line for the Vancouver Canucks back in the day. Aliens, weed, COVID, the riots that were happening in the U.S., and stop me if you've heard this before. Brent talked about winning the cup with the Blackhawks and why they call it the hardest trophy in sport to win.
Yeah, when you got to win 16 games, you've got, obviously NFL with 3 playoff games in there, then, so yeah, it's a grind. Your body takes a beating after 82 games. So, but like I said, to be able to win it and hoist it, knowing my name's on there is pretty special. 1 in a million times on the outdoor rink, and it's a dream come true. So to be able to know that my name's on there and part of a special group when there's so many amazing players that played this game in the NHL that never got an opportunity to win.
Stop me if you've heard this before on the Toddcast podcast is brought to you by Puff, purveyors of quality cannabis accessories since 1995. Use promo code TODCAST and get 20% off regularly priced accessories and apparel in-store and online at puff.ca.
Wherever you're walking, babe, won't be far behind. Whenever you're talking, love, give you both my eyes, yeah. Yeah, when I'm fussing, yeah, you get me right. Never I'm worrying, get it off my mind, yeah. You got me, oh, you see, I got you, it's all I need. You got me, oh, you see, I got you, it's all I need. Ba-bum-ba-da-dum-ba-dum, ba-bum-ba-da-dum, ba-bum-ba-da-dum-ba-dum. Cause I don't got a lot, babe, not much to my name, but I'm not some cheap love. Give you my heart and space, yeah. And I won't be fooling, fool around playing the game. Cause I just want your sweet, sweet loving, and I'm not walking away. You got me, oh, you see, I got you, it's all I need. Got me, oh, you see, I got you, it's all I need. Ba-bum-ba-da-dum-ba-dum, ba-bum-ba-da-dum, ba-bum-ba-da-dum-ba-dum, ba-bum-ba-da-dum. Be some petty fights, maybe a couple sleepless nights, but I I'll carry on, carry on. You got me, oh, you see, I got you, it's all I need. You got me, oh, you see, got you, it's all I need. Ba bum ba da dum ba dum, ba bum ba da dum, ba bum ba da dum ba dum, ba bum ba da dum.
The undeniably catchy Ivan Hartle, and a great song for him called You Got Me, as you're I guess less than 3 weeks away now from his show at Guilt & Company, Gastown, Vancouver, Saturday, June 18th. Try and make that show, like right before the pandemic. I caught Ivan at a place called the Biltmore and just out with a couple buddies. He absolutely blew all of us away. Just an amazing performer. Played you We Hunt Buffalo. That was their song called Comatose. I've been keeping an eye on their Facebook page for a live show in Vancouver because I was watching. They jumped over to the island a couple, 2-3 months back now. Played a couple shows with Under the Mountain, who of course you know from this podcast as well. So far, nothing doing for a Vancouver date, but maybe that changes soon. All right, coming up in about maybe 10 minutes in Listen to This, Biffy Clyro bassist James Johnston talking about releasing a double album that went #1 and how that plays into his career highlights. That is powered by our good friends at Tedco RV Supplies in Langley, RV service and repair, ICBC accredited. You can find them on Facebook. They're also on Twitter at Tedco RV Supplies. First, let's get back to more superpower thoughts from a handful of our sporting guests, powered by Capit Chilliwack, providing the best quality products and services for you and your truck. Find them, of course, in Chilliwack. How about that? And you can find them online at facebook.com/ChilliwackCapit as well. If you're an MMA fight fan, you'll know the UFC's current bantamweight champ, Aljamain Funkmaster Sterling.
One superpower. I mean, if I could be exactly like the person, I do like the Flash.
Yes. Such a cool power. And they did a really good job on that, the series too.
Yeah, it's been fun. I thought they were going to be like a corny character, but
same.
He's been pretty good.
I mean, he's already the UFC bantamweight champ. Imagine Aljamain Sterling with the power of the Flash. As we move on to polo, not only is Ashley Bush a professional polo player, but she's a global ambassador, the face of Polo Association. She's also married to NASCAR driver Kurt Busch. Check out the power that Ashley picked.
Oh, good question. Either the ability to teleport or fly, or maybe read people's minds.
3 great choices. Teleport's my #1. Like, how awesome would that be? Like, but of course, Ashley, you got to be able to, carry whatever you can hold to teleport. So, you could hold like your buddy or whatever and teleport to Paris and just have a coffee underneath the Eiffel Tower. How cool would that be?
Yeah, that would be incredible.
So good.
Like tomorrow morning I'm in Paris, and the next day I'm at Kurt's race.
Like,
perfect.
Exactly. Like today I could have teleported and grabbed you and brought you into the studio instead of being on the phone. That would have been amazing.
That would be amazing. I would love to be there.
Teleport, fly, read people's minds. I mean, you can't go wrong with those ones. Golf can be frustrating, let's be honest. 1 minute you're crushing the ball, dead straight, 250 yards. The next hole, well, you're shanking it to another hole on the course. You're draining a 40-footer one hole, and yet you can't sink a 3-footer the next one. That's partially why we invited Ladies European Tour pro Carly Booth to be a guest, to share some golf advice and to talk superpowers.
I mean, I've not really thought about it. I think, I don't know if I'd like speed or being invincible. Invisible.
Invisible would be
quite cool to be invisible, and you then just, jump out at people.
Suddenly,
that'd be quite funny.
You could be the fly on the wall.
I think you could have some fun with that.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Exactly, you could be the fly on the wall.
Yeah.
I think that's my one.
Right? Like, invisibility would be pretty cool. All right, you're going to know retired BC Lions quarterback Travis Lulay from his time playing 10 seasons with the BC Lions from 2009 through 2018. He was the CFL's most outstanding player in 2011, was named most valuable player in the 2011 Grey Cup as well. Prior to playing in the CFL, he was a quarterback in the NFL. So what's his superpower of choice?
Oh, man,
were you a big comic book kid as a growing up?
Not huge, but okay, this comes with a caveat, so it's kind of a double superpower, but I want to be able to fly.
Yeah.
But I'd want to be able to fly at speed. I wouldn't want to be just a slow flyer, right? Like, I want to be able to zoom.
Flying at 27 kilometers an hour, but I like flying, but it kind of takes some time here, you know? You'd have to be able to, like, bullet. It would be Superman speed.
Yeah, right. Like, it doesn't, and listen, it doesn't have to be the speed of light, but I want to go pretty quickly, right? I'd love to just be able to, glance off from a distance and be like, I'm going to fly to the top of Mount Baker, or I'm going to fly up to Whistler for the evening, and just jet up there.
Right.
That'd be sweet.
Toddcast Sporting Guest Visits are powered by Cap at Chilliwack, providing the best quality products and services for you and your truck. Online at facebook.com/ChilliwackCapit.
Corner of Canby 16th, the crossroads where we'd meet. She pulled my suspenders to kiss me. How you kissed me. And I pray that you're happy and perfectly healthy. I pray that you're riding your horses, haunted by love. The girl that I want more than anything is gone, but I still see her everywhere I turn. 'Cause I'm haunted by love. The truth set you free. Pictures when we thought we were happy, talking to me. So why can't you leave it alone? Can't you leave it alone for a few weeks? You're too weak. Nobody's happy, nobody's healthy, and only the headless ride horses. When you're haunted by love, you wish you didn't know what it meant to break your heart. And I can recommend a place to roam when you're haunted by love. I bet you knew all along, 'cause the bruises on my arm told a little bit more than I told. Never know where we could have gone, 'cause the bruises on my arm, just a little bit, haunted by love. The girl that I want more than anything is gone. I still see her everywhere I turn, 'cause I'm haunted by love. Haunted by love. I wish you didn't know what it meant to break your heart. And I can recommend a place to roam when you're haunted by love. The truth
Toddcast podcast is powered by Milano Coffee, bringing you the finest espresso and coffee concepts in the world. Online at milanocoffee.ca. And now, listen to this on the Toddcast podcast.
You'll know Biffy Clyro from their 9 studio albums, 5 of which have made their way to the top of the charts, and critics even love the band. In 2011, they were nominated for the Best British Group at the Brit Awards. In 2013, they won the Best British Band at the NME Awards. Of course, they've headlined massive festivals. And as of last year, they spent 165 weeks in the top 75 of the UK album charts, practically 3 years straight. And when James Johnson, their bass player, was a guest, we talked about seeing Rancid at a pub in Glasgow when he was just 14 years old. He shared a near-death story, the superpower that he'd want to have, the shows that he was binge-watching at the time, how he saw Trainspotting 2 before it hit the theaters, and James talked about career highlights, like getting a #1 album with a double record. And as you'll hear him say, it's a risky move in recent times with how people consume music. Listen to this.
I'd probably say getting a #1 album with a double record in the UK, I think that's got to be a definite highlight. I think it shows the band not compromising on what we want to achieve as a band. You know, I think any good rock band should release a double album at some point. It's quite a risky move in a day and age where everyone's trying to tell us that people have lost patience, that people won't listen to more than a song at a time. And
right.
I think it goes to show you that people still like good music. People don't give music enough time that music is good enough, if that doesn't sound too bold. And that's how we felt. We really wanted to make a double album with Garth. We knew it was going to be a lot of work, but we were really proud of it. And I think for that to be quite a kind of underground, perhaps, thing to do, it's certainly not commercially a very clever thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
But to release a double album, get to #1, I think was a real highlight for us.
Listen to This on the Toddcast podcast is brought to you by Tedco RV Supplies in Langley, an ICBC-approved repair shop. Find them online at tedcorvsuppliesinc.com.
Silence! On the shipwreck, there wasn't much skin left to cover my bones. I feel the eyes of the beachhead watch me try to put some air in my lungs. And I heard the sirens song in the distance, but I couldn't trying to distinguish what take me
That ass kicking courtesy of Arlo Wells, without question, one of Vancouver's elite for the genre. Killer song for those guys called Siren, and you can see them this Friday, June 3rd, 7 p.m. at Buddha's, Smilin' Buddha Cabaret, Chief State, Arlo Wells, Poor Sport, and Tulsi Place. That is going to be just a beauty night. If you're going, maybe we'll see you there, or at least that's a plan at this point. You heard an older track for Dom Fricot called Haunted by Love. It's basically our effort to kind of continue to spotlight some of Vancouver's best over the years. You could almost hear Coldplay doing that song, hey? Dom's been living over in Germany now for, I guess, like 4 or 5 years now, I guess. Comes back to Canada, Vancouver specifically, here and there, usually does at least a show or two. And if you hear of him playing, make the effort to be there. He's just a brilliant performer. He's done one of those podcast Cheap Thrills where I host from stage, do the Q&A, the acoustic performance. You get to ask questions as well. Just an amazing night. We're talking like 6-7 years back now, though. Speaking of live music, find a list of shows that are happening locally with the indie scene at toddhancock.ca. If you're playing a show, maybe you're checking it out. If it's indie, let us know about it. We'll post it up at the site. That is brought to you by Mystic Rhythms Rehearsal Studios. 40 plus years experience in the music industry. They are family owned. They're family operated. Pro jam spaces are literally a click away. Find out more through mysticrhythms.ca. Okay, back to more thoughts on this Superpowers podcast, episode 277, and a handful of thoughts from our past entertainment guests, all of whom are powered by Canuck Auctions, Canada's largest memorabilia and collectible auction house. You can find them online. Incredible items to bid on. We're talking like hockey cards and comic books and just collectibles in general. Very, very cool site. CanuckAuctions.com. And if you don't know who Brian Brushwood is, do a quick Google search and enjoy this. I mean, he's an incredible magician. He's entertaining. He's super funny. If you remember a show called Scam School, that was Brian. He's had multiple podcasts over the years as well. Weird Things, Cord Killers, Night Attack, and he was ready for the Superpowers question.
Man, I've thought about this way too hard. I invested hours and hours and hours. I decided that they keep changing the rules on it, but I think Invisible Girl had the best powers because she, with the force field stuff, like I think she took down the Hulk once by just making a bubble around his head, and he couldn't breathe, and he just fell down unconscious. And then, and from a practical standpoint, not only can she go invisible, but she can make other objects go invisible. Mm-hmm. So, like, instantly, I would be super popular among, like, cancer physicians. I could just walk over and, they don't have to get an x-ray. You could just make stuff invisible to see. I way too much time and energy put into this thought.
Mm-hmm. But he really does put up a good fight for the superpower of invisibility, Invisible Woman. Now, you heard September 2021 Penthouse Pet of the Month, Carolina White, on the podcast late last year. And wouldn't you know it, she is big into Marvel Comics.
This is going to sound really weird, but I would love to have a power where I could, like, I don't want to read minds because I definitely don't want to read minds, but I would love to have the ability to feel people's emotions or change people's emotions. Does that make sense?
Like empathy.
Yeah.
Like an empathy. Like who's the girl on Guardians of the Galaxy? Where she jumps on Thanos and like
exactly.
Kind of want that power.
Yeah, something like that I think would be really cool. That mixed with like a little WandaVision.
Oof.
A little bit of Wanda.
Scarlet Witch is one of the toughest characters in the universe.
Absolutely. Yeah. Even Thanos is like,
yeah,
where have you been this whole time? You're like stronger than anybody else. Like, what's going on?
Just throwing around a rowdy combination. The power of empathy mixed with Scarlet Witch. You're going to know actress and producer Leslie Berkland for a multitude of reasons, most likely from the show Big Rich Texas, or maybe it's from The Millionaire Matchmaker. She's also an author who wrote the book Daughters of Dementia.
Boy, you look at these super strength ones, like Thor or like the Hulk, and then all of a sudden they're in a situation where they don't have strength.
which makes me crazy. So I think I would just like to be able to be invisible.
We'll fly on the wall.
Yeah.
Very, very interesting. I think we're starting to see a bit of a theme here with this superpowers question. Now, is it nefarious or is it reasons of good for having invisibility? As we get to the last of our entertainment guests this week, the actor Zach Ward, you'll best know from playing Scut Farkus, probably in A Christmas Story. Maybe it's actually playing Dave. He was Dave on Titus as well. But Christmas Story, probably the best Christmas movie ever. It's that or National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. But yeah, as mentioned, Zach's in a ton of other stuff too. Titus, he was on NCIS, Lost, Crossing Jordan. He's had roles in Almost Famous, Transformers, was in Resident Evil Apocalypse, Freddy vs. Jason. Check out what Zach had to say about superpowers.
Oh, God, that's such a grade 4 question that I haven't thought of this in so long, but, well, as a redhead, it would be nice to get a tan, but I don't think that really qualifies as a superpower. Right. I mean, it is for me, right? Immortality, that's a great one.
That would be good. But what age would you want to, pause life at?
I would say 35. I'd say 40. I'd say 40, right before I needed glasses.
Right. Right. Just at that exact moment. Stop it right here.
Right. And before my hair started thinking about other things.
Yeah. Immortality it would be cool, right? It would just be weird, though, too. Like all your buddies and shit dying around you.
Is it, though? I mean, here's a question I have for you. How much do you like anybody that much? I'm just saying, I love my wife and everything, but...
Beyond that? You might be right,
if she had to go, I'd miss her.
Toddcast Podcast Entertainment Guest Visits are powered by Hancock Auctions, Canada's largest memorabilia and collectibles auction house. Find them online at CanuckAuctions.com.
I got a rose for you. See how it shines bright blue, smelling of sweet peas and honeydew. Watch how it stays forever new. And I got this bow in my hair, keeping my eyes clear to see you there. Wandering towards me, you forwardly meet my stay. Yeah. Where should we go now? I'm thinking hitching a ride out of town, searching for spots that don't wanna be found, feeling a warm breeze out over me until we wanna leave. And I've got this voice so true, yeah, yeah, telling me tales of a privileged youth, searching for sweet tea and better views. So where should we go now? Where should we go now? I'm thinking hitching a ride out of town, searching for spots that don't wanna be found, feeling a warm breeze all over me until we wanna leave. how it shines now. I'm thinking hitching a ride out of town, searching for spots that don't wanna be found, feeling a warm breeze. I'm thinking hitching a ride out of town, searching for spots that don't wanna be found, yeah, feeling a warm breeze all over me, until we wanna leave, till we wanna leave, sitting till we wanna leave, till we wanna leave, yeah.
And isn't her voice just absolutely dreamy? Her name is Emily Chambers. One of her best songs, I think. It's called Until We Want to Leave. I love the voice, so powerful, so expressive. And you can see her live real soon. She's part of the International Jazz Fest that's coming through Vancouver. It happens every year. I guess it did happen in COVID. I'm not sure if it did. In Vancouver in July. She's playing July 2 at Gilton Company, a great place to see some shows. And they have been booking some real beauties lately. All right, looking forward to our next podcast. Gwar has a new album coming out on June 3rd. It's called The New Dark Ages, and their singer Blothar is a guest.
The superpower I do have, I can, I'm a berserker. I mean, I can basically blow on my thumb and I turn into a gigantic raving maniac. I get much larger than I am right now. It's kind of like an Incredible Hulk situation, though. It's unpredictable. I'm struggling to reconcile with the monster that lives inside of me.
You get blind with rage.
Blind with rage, and I'm running from the accusations, just like Bill Bixby.
Great to get his thoughts on superpowers. Joining Gwar singer Blothar next podcast, legendary sports talk host Dan Russell and matchmaker, dating coach Katie Clark. It's a good week.
Red Truck Beer, delivered fresh, the official beer of the Toddcast podcast.
And that's going to do it for this one, episode 277. We're talking superpowers. My name is Todd Hancock. Thank you so much for listening. Hope you like this week. We do love putting these themed podcasts together. It takes a little bit more time than our regular weekly 3 guests a week podcast, but it's worth it. Like more often than not, these themed weeks get more play and I get more comments than usual. Speaking of, please tell your friends about us. You can subscribe on iTunes, Spotify, SoundCloud, YouTube. Of course, we're all over social media platforms as well, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Comment and rate the podcast when you search us out through Toddcast Podcast. Huge thanks to all of our excellent sponsors. You can find links to all sponsor websites at toddhancock.ca. If you'd like to sponsor the podcast with your business, you can for as little as $10 a day. Contact info is at the homepage. Maybe we'll have a beer, have a coffee, and see what's up. And don't forget, if you help us find a sponsor, we will give you a commission based on the initial ad buy. Send the business our way. We'll take care of the rest. Till next week, don't be an asshole. Nobody wants to be around that. Have fun, play hard, and most of all, believe in yourself.
The Toddcast Podcast. Keep in touch with Todd through Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and bookmark toddhancock.ca.
The Tudors were probably the most scandalous dynasty in British history. This season on Vulgar History, we're spilling the tea on this messy, messed up family and the people who had to live through it all. Anne Boleyn and the other wives of Henry VIII are known today from the musical Six, but who were they really? Did any of them actually want to marry him? Henry VIII, the man who was literally the worst? How did 2 of them manage to escape with their heads intact? We'll also get into historical mysteries, like who really wrote Shakespeare's plays? Who was the real Bloody Mary? And what was happening elsewhere in the world while the Tudors were trampling all over England? like the mysterious disappearance of the Roanoke colony and the true story of the girl known as Pocahontas. I'll be joined by Tudor historians, experts, and a few of my friends who really hate Henry VIII to learn all about the Tudors this season on Vulgar History. Because it's Henry VIII all day, every day. Listen to Vulgar History wherever you get podcasts.
Oh, please, not that music. That music gives me nightmares from my childhood.
Could we get something a little bit lighter, some lighter music here?
Are you a fan of true crime TV shows?
And what about Unsolved Mysteries, the show that jump-started all of our love of true crime?
I'm Ellen Marsh.
And I'm Joey Taranto.
And we host I Think Not, a true crime comedy podcast covering some of the wildest stories from your favorite true crime campy TV shows all the way to Unsolved Mysteries.
Baby, you will laugh, you will cry, you'll think about true crime in a whole new way, and you'll also ask yourself, who gave these people mics?
New episodes of I Think Not are released every Wednesday with bonus episodes out every Thursday on Patreon.
And every Monday, you can listen to our True Crime Rundown, where we go over the top true crime headlines of the week.
So come and join us wherever you listen to your podcasts.
Now, before you go hunting for something else to listen to, let me make it easy. I'm Mike Carruthers, host of a podcast called Something You Should Know, and I speak with experts about fascinating things that affect your life, from human behavior, relationships, health, science, and everyday mysteries. We've been downloaded millions of times because every episode teaches you something you'll be talking about later. Open up Something You Should Know and give it one episode. You might just find your new favorite podcast.